The Lakers need to trade TALEN-HORTON Tucker, and I do believe going into the NBA trade deadline, this statement is going to become more realistic. As of right now, it's a no-brainer that the Lakers are struggling. They need a change of scenery, and with the Lakers wanting to go full steam ahead for the NBA championship, I do believe the most realistic scenario is trading away THT. As of right now, the trade possibilities are endless. There are multiple rumors that even Russell Westbrook could be on the move. That's a whole nother narrative, a whole nother perspective. But with Russell Westbrook's contract being super expensive of $44 million and also entering this offseason with a player option, trading Russell Westbrook is going to be difficult. And I do believe if Rob Pelinka can secure a good trade that of course gets good assets in exchange for Russ, trading away THT makes more sense, as for one, his contract is cheaper, and two, he's younger and still has a lot of potential. During this past summer, THT signed a 3-year $30 million deal, which means right now he has about $10 million over the next 2 seasons. And with THT only being 21 years old, oh boy, he still has a long way to go in the NBA, and there are some NBA teams out there that believe in his potential just as much as the Lakers do. As of right now, the Lakers are doing whatever they can to hold on to THT. They believe he's their prize rookie and their future. But so far this season, with THT underperforming and not making Laker fans happy, I do believe a trade is likely because the number one priority is to win a championship with LeBron James on the roster. For this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 realistic trade scenarios for TALEN-HORTON Tucker. And right now, these are the biggest and baddest rumors surrounding the Lakers if they do trade THT. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. You guys are not going to want to miss what's going on with Easy Buckets. If you watched this video and you loved it, do me a solid and smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. A like goes a long way. Trust me, guys. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about TALEN-HORTON Tucker and 3 trade scenarios that of course the Lakers should do. Before getting into the trades, I want to quickly talk about THT and how he's struggling this season. So far this season, THT is averaging only 10 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.0 steals, 0.5 blocks, shooting about 38% from the field goal, pretty good at the free throw of 80%, but oh boy, these are not numbers we're expecting from the Lakers' 4th option. If you watch THT play over the past month of December, THT was absolutely horrible. His plus minus is atrocious, and of course when he's on the floor, when he's in the lineup, you can tell he's not focused and simply doesn't mesh well with Russell Westbrook and LeBron. THT right now is shooting below 20% from the 3-point line. He's missing all of his shots taken and sometimes even missing open layups. And if you look at his overall efficiency stats in December, he's shooting less than 30% from the field goal. THT is not as efficient as expected. There are so many perspectives of why this is happening, because for one, he needs the ball in his hands to be productive, and two, Russell Westbrook and LeBron James of course always have the ball in their hands. Which goes on to say that I do believe THT is in the same situation that Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram were once in. When they were on the Lakers, they couldn't really excel, especially with LeBron James on the roster. But right now with them having 2 high usage rate players of Russ and LeBron, maybe THT has to go to a team to really prove to the NBA what he's worth. Because right now, people believe in his potential. And the trade scenarios in this video will give THT that opportunity. The first trade for this video is talking about THT going to the Pistons in exchange for JERAMI GRANT. JERAMI GRANT right now is one of the hottest players in the open trade market. JERAMI GRANT has been linked to the Lakers for a very long time now. LeBron himself has interest in JERAMI GRANT, as right now with him being 27 years old, he's known as one of the best two-way players in the league and recently was a rising all-star. Brian Windhorst says this: so the Lakers have been rumored to have interest in JERAMI GRANT, and I think that the Pistons, who are in the middle of a rebuild and not going anywhere this season, I think they might listen on JERAMI GRANT. Then the report says, so if you can get a player like JERAMI GRANT, now that would take probably THT, maybe the 27 first, and maybe Kendrick Nunn to make the money work. Is that the type of trade, Bobby, and you would consider if you were the Lakers, because that's a guy who could help you more? The report then continues and says, yeah, that's a win now impact roster trade. JERAMI has not played as well as he did a year ago and he's injured, so you're not getting him until probably mid-February there. But that's the type of deal that you consider when you're sacrificing this 27 pick. And if you're Detroit, 27 pick is valuable because who knows where the Lakers are going to be when it comes to 2027. If the Lakers want Jerami Grant, this is the deal. It will be them offering up THT, Kendrick Nunn, DeAndre Jordan, their 2027 first round pick in exchange for Jerami Grant. This fits salary and of course gives Detroit some future assets to build around, of course if they're losing their all-star. On the Lakers' perspective, getting Jerami Grant is a win in my personal opinion. Jerami Grant easily can come in, start at the power forward position, and then move Anthony Davis to the center. And this trade is awesome because they keep Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and AD. The big three stays and adds a young all-star that of course can contribute right away, especially on the defensive end. With Jerami Grant having one more year on his deal next season, this trade works as for one, they keep Jerami Grant for next year and he stays in the same timeline with AD and LeBron, and of course if they win an NBA championship, they could go for a back-to-back with Jerami Grant still active and still entering his prime. It is a no-brainer that this season, Jerami Grant is going to get traded, and the Lakers right now are one of the hottest targets that want Jerami. LeBron wants him, Rob Pelinka wants him. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. There is a super high likely chance it will. The next trade for THT is with the Sacramento Kings, and it's the Lakers offering up THT, Kendrick Nunn, Kent Bazemore, and their 2027 first round pick in exchange for Buddy Hield. If the Lakers can't get Jerami Grant, Buddy Hield is a great target as well when it comes to pure three-point shooting and being a great shooting guard alongside Russell Westbrook and LeBron when it comes to those driving kicks and needing a reliable catch and shoot player on the wings. Buddy Hield so far has been struggling for the Sacramento Kings simply because he's shifted his role to a backup shooting guard role, and right now with the Kings focusing their future on De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, and their new rookie of Davion Mitchell, Buddy Hield seems to be the odd man out, and that's why Buddy Hield needs to be traded for him to excel and of course put his usage rate and of course his skills on a true championship contender. The Lakers have been looking for a sharpshooter and Buddy Hield could be their answer. As for one, he's affordable and available. And the final trade on this video is talking about the Lakers going for Myles Turner of the Indiana Pacers, and it's the Lakers offering up THT, Kendrick Nunn, DeAndre Jordan, and their 2027 first round pick in exchange for Myles Turner. If the Lakers go for Myles Turner, they'll have an unstoppable front court of AD and Myles Turner, two great and elite shot blocking bigs that will be so tough to score on for any opposing team. This is simply the idea for a nightmare, unstoppable, scary front court. So far this season, Myles Turner has been very vocal on saying the Indiana Pacers are not using him to the maximum of his potential, and he wants to take his skills somewhere else where he could be valued. And with the Lakers right now not having enough front court players that can one, shot block, and two, space the floor, Myles Turner comes in and becomes a perfect fit, as he's a good three-point shooter and a great interior defender. The Indiana Pacers have been very vocal on saying they're going for a full rebuild. Myles Turner is available, Sabonis as well, but I do believe with Myles Turner being the cheaper option and the more affordable option, a THT Nunn and a DeAndre Jordan trade plus a draft pick could get the Indiana Pacers interested, as THT simply becomes their future target and of course their development project. I do prefer Jerami Grant over Myles Turner, but if the Lakers can't get Jerami Grant, I would put Myles Turner over Buddy Hield in a priority list. So yes guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about the Lakers trading THT for Myles Turner, Buddy Hield, and Jerami Grant. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Which of these three players do you believe the Lakers must target with THT? Which is the best option? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Whoa!